But you don't
Last
have
year, this time, I have facts.
No, the government has said no, they are not paying them.
They are paying them because the reaction of ONSA is not disputing what Nasiru has said.
You are inferring that the NSA should arrest Nasiru
No, I'm not interested.
or collect his statement. But if that happens, there are those in opposition that will say they are going after opposition voices.
There are more ways to counter such a position. I told you about 2015. You see, going after a former Nigerian president, trying to kill him. What does that tell you? Something. Before that, what had happened? After Jonathan won in the Supreme Court, they called for dialogue, and those young men nominated a former Nigerian president who took 3 days to repudiate. After those 3 days, go and plot the graph. You will see that between 2012 to 2014, the spikes of attacks around those villages in the northeast skyrocketed because hunger, lack of medicine. Why? Because somebody had stopped sending the recurrent expenses of those people who used to come all the way to Kaduna, collect, and then go back. And that's how the cycle went. In protest as to why did you call that name?
Parisa, that was Datti Baba-Ahmed, someone I respect so much, and I consider him as my best northern politician. Datti Baba-Ahmed is someone I can support anytime, any day, anywhere. So I respect that man so much, and he's a Hausa Fulani man, but he is a very detribalized kind of person because with being a Hausa Fulani man, yet he's a very loyal person, loyal to an Igbo man, which is Peter Obi. So he's a very detribalized person, he's a very neutral person. And you see him confirming what Nasir Rufai said, the government actually pays the recurrent. Because if you watch, there's the second clip that I will play later, where he said, he talked about his nephew being kidnapped, and his nephew came to confirm to them after his release that the nephew is still alive, they can go and interview him, confirm to them how the bandits actually said that they are doing this because the government stopped their recurrent or whatever overhead, paying for their overhead, sort of. So now that is not even what my point. My question is that he said something that my memory failed me to remember. I don't know which president was trying to be assassinated. Are you aware of that, Barrister? All right, Barrister. Again, what I don't know what he talked about the former president being arrested. Being tried, was almost assassinated or whatever. I can't. Sorry for that. They tried to assassinate the former president. What I can't remember that. Who was that? And when was Jonathan ever at the Supreme Court? Did he ever take any case to the Supreme Court? Honestly, very, very unlike me. My memory actually failed me. Do you remember any time Jonathan had a case at the Supreme Court, and any time a former president was trying to be assassinated?
Well, I do not see or remember the case at the Supreme Court that Jonathan took that he is referring to. But I know that Buhari had a bomb. There was a bomb on his vehicle in Kaduna.
Oh, okay, that
where he escaped. He escaped death. And I also recall that even Jonathan, after he lost, there was an attack on his house in Yenogwa, although he was not in the house at the time, for which some things were stolen. So I don't know which of them he is referring to as an attempt to assassinate the former president.
Okay.
But,
go ahead. Finish up. Yeah, you can go ahead, Barrister. Finish up.
So that it is common knowledge that, and it was revealed by some former APC person. You recall that the people who left PDP and joined with the APC then to support Buhari in 2015.
Yes.
The person who was at the helm of it, I think Kali, he came out and said, look, they brought these people from outside Nigeria with the aim that if Buhari was not did not win, there would be trouble. He has said that nobody has ever denied it. So it is common ground that there was a preparation for physical violence and a physical takeover of the government if Buhari did not win the 2015 election. So we can relate the level of insurgency we are feeling now to that particular background and that movement when they brought all these people from all the Fulanis from outside the country.
Yes,
into
actually,
Nigeria.
actually, in the prior video, Datti Baba-Ahmed actually stated everything you said. He actually confirmed that. My point is, someone like Baba-Ahmed. Now, the second question is, he confirmed everything Rufai said, that government is actually paying bandits recurrent expenses. You heard him. He confirmed it. But even you do not. On the last topic, you didn't believe that government will be paying some kind of monthly stuff, make it a regular thing to the bandits or whatever. But here we have a Datti Baba-Ahmed, a prominent Fulani man, Fulani politician in Nigeria, actually confirming what the Nasir El-Rufai said, that the government, that it's actually a matter of policy. The government is actually paying these bandits monthly. That means when I say monthly, they are actually taking care of their recurrent expenditures as regard to with regard to their overhead. I think that is it. So, Barrister, what do you have to say about the confirmation of Datti Baba-Ahmed to what Nasir El-Rufai said?
Well, it's very possible. Coming from Datti Mohammed, I will give it more weight than coming from a Rufai. And it's not out of the way to say they are paying from them. And that's why I brought that background, that these people were brought in to serve a particular purpose. So if you base it from that background, you can now fit in the fact that they were being paid certain amount of money. But my question is, if they are being paid, why is the insurgency not brought to an end, and why is it actually increasing? That is the question that I'm not able to answer. If actually they are being paid, why is the person paying not able to tell them to keep quiet? We are paying you, so why are you still doing this?
Yeah,
that's the question I find.
Yeah, but hold on. But don't you think it's a matter of greed that bandits, that's why they are bandits or insurgents? Any criminals cannot be trusted with agreement. You know that criminals don't adhere to agreements. They are not gentlemen or women. They are criminals. That's what they are known for. They are known for crime. So crime has to do anything and everything about crime is about lies. That's just the truth. So they are liars. Don't you think that they may agree with the government to be receiving some amount of money on a regular basis, yet still go ahead to make more money out of greed?
It's certainly within the contemplation. It's very possible because you are dealing with these criminals. There is no way that you can hold them to account.
That is it.
It's something that you do. It's something that, like paying them, you even do it in secret. You don't even want it to be public knowledge. And if they do not hold you, if they not obey, you keep quiet. You cannot go to the public and say we have paid you and you have not.
Yeah.
So it's a delicate situation. But that even supposes that they know the people doing these things, and they have a measure of influence over them. You know, for a long time we have said, even on your show, we have been saying that the government at the center is complicit in the insurgency. If not, this insurgency would not thrive. I've seen it in other places, and I always give an example of my state. Anytime they send the army to Benue, the army is not sent to chase the people who are killed. The army is sent to apparently separate two warring factions and reconcile them. That is always what is supposed, what they send. So the instructions given to the commander and to the troops is not to go after the supposed insurgents and eliminate them. In fact, when they sent, Buhari sent soldiers to Benue during the first instance, they printed poster showing the chief and the Fulani shaking hands and reconciling. So you see the army there, even the officers and the army, we are not sent here to come and chase these people. That's not our mandate. That's not our instruction. So you can see there is complicity at the highest levels of our government in this insurgency issue. And it needs to be unraveled. One would have thought that Ebola Tinubu coming from the south would be more decisive on this issue. But his problem is he has the National Security Advisor who is a Fulani man. I'm not saying he is biased or anything. I will not go as far as to say that.
About that.
He has the Minister of Defense, he has the Minister of State for Defense, all of them in that side. Now he has the DSS, so he is getting information from this. But overall, the National Security Advisor is there. Overall, the National Security Advisor is the person at the head of all the security establishment. So what I want, or what the president should do is to use his head. When you are the leader, you are not bound by advice given by your subordinates. You also think from your own head. That is why the intellectual or intelligence ability of the leader is important. Otherwise, you will just be led by the nose, by people coming and telling you anything they tell you, you accept. I thought that person of Tinubu being from the south, he will be able to decisively tackle this insurgency. No, because it's not too difficult to know
honestly
why the insurgency.
What I think about Tinubu is aware of all this. He knows what to do. That's my opinion now is Tinubu is aware of all this. He knows what to do. He knows that whatever Nuhu Ribadu is telling him is not the truth. And even if Nuhu Ribadu may be even telling him, giving him the true picture of the whole thing, but he's just trying to play politics. The truth is, Bola Tinubu knows everything. He's seen everything. He's hearing everything. He knows what to do. Excuse me. But does not want to do it because he doesn't want to ruffle feathers. So the truth is, but Tinubu is more of a politician than a leader. He is not. I couldn't consider him to be the father of the nation because a father will always want to protect his children. But in that of Tinubu, this is a father who just wants to. It's all about his interests. Who doesn't care about the children and the feelings and the challenges of the children, but about his own personal ambition and personal insatiable desire for power and wealth. So the truth is, what do you expect? A criminal cannot solve crime. How can a criminal president solve crime or insecurity in the country? It is not possible. You cannot. Is it possible for the devil? Like people say, of course, devil is responsible for anything evil. Is it possible for devil to do anything good? It is absolutely impossible for anything good to come out of the devil. And so there is nothing good that can ever come out of Tinubu. Tinubu cannot solve insecurity problem, cannot solve crime problem in Nigeria when he himself, his entire foundation, everything that had brought him to where he is today with regard to wealth has to do with crime, and so many things that are shrouded in secrecy. This man, he can't solve insecurity problem, whether he's from the south or north or whatever. That's not a yardstick at all, because Tinubu himself, his personality is bereaved of credibility or integrity. That is just the reality.
Let me say, JIBRIN, that why is it impossible for the president to give marching orders to the security agencies and tell them, I give you 6 months. If the insurgency persists, your jobs are gone. You have a job of 6 months. Believe me, if he should give this order a minute and show them that he's ready to remove them, there will be nothing like that. Insurgency will be gone. And allow them to operate. Allow them, what is it that you need to operate as the army or the DSS or the police? I'll give you. But within 6 months, clear the insurgency. Believe me, if the security chiefs know that the president has the will and is ready to do this and is ready to take action against them, this insurgency will be a thing of the past in no distant future.
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Probably you didn't hear me, that nothing good can ever come from Tinubu, because Tinubu, you can't ask a criminal to solve crime, to take crime problem, and deal with it. It is not possible. You can't get anything from Tinubu. So anyway, that is just my point. It's unfortunate that Nigeria has become what it is today, and it's even getting worse.